Hello students, today we are going to discuss about functions of category with arguments no return value and arguments with return value. So this is functions with arguments but it does not contain any return value. So as we have seen, we have declared a main function. Within the main we have written some statements like declaration of a variable, and we have used here function declaration. So function declaration is to be done always in the main, and the statements which are related to function declaration are written outside the main. So we generally write before starting of the main. So this is function definition where we are writing the statements which are related to the function. And within this we can write any arithmetic operators, or we can use simply printf statements or anything. So here we are using a variable within this function name. So this is called as an argument. You can have any number of arguments, any number of variables can be declared. This is only for declaration of variables. We can't use any other thing like a printing statement or any other operator. We can't use. This is only to declare the variables. So these are called as arguments. So within that we are printing some statement, and there is return, and but it returns nothing. We are not returning any value, any variable. Return 50 will not return anything. It is just um, a number which will just simply close this function. We are not returning any variable over here. So it simply prints x value. X value we have declared as 10 here. Since it is declared in the main, this will be used by all the function declarations which are there in the main. So this x is passed to this function, and here it will print as 10 in place of percentile d, which is a value of x. So this will be the output for this program. Then next one, function with arguments and with return values. So here you can see um, we have declared a main, and within the main we have declared a function which is add declaration. And here you can see that there are some simple statements which we use in the main, like printf and scanf, where we are trying to give the inputs to a and b, and we are trying to add these two numbers with the help of a function. Instead of directly adding a plus b, we are using a function. Within this function we are adding these two values, and we are trying to store the value in one more variable, the sum of these two variables in the variable a, and then we are trying to print this. So this is function declaration. Okay, from here the control moves to the statement function definition. So from here we go to the function definition. So here you can see a and b, the equivalent values of a and b are passed to this x and y. Now a and b which we are using in this function, and these are called as actual parameters or actual arguments, and we can use some other variables in place of a and b in the function definition, but those variables data type should be matching with a and b. So a and b are here integer type, so we have declared two integer variables. You can use same int a, int b, or you can use some other variable names also. Now these are called as formal arguments or formal parameters, which means whatever values you are using in function declaration, those will be passed to this x and y, and we are trying to add this. The resultant of x plus y is returned to this function declaration. So whatever values we are giving, suppose we are giving 2 and 9, so these values are added and we get the result 11. This 11 is returned to the, since we are using return statement to this arithmetic operation, we are using variables here instead of a number. So this will, that means we are using return statement. If you simply write return 0 or return 1, it won't return anything. So we are using variables, so it will return this 11 to function, to the statement where it has stopped in the main. So it has stopped, the control has stopped at the function declaration part, at this part. So this is passed to this function 11. So add will contain the 11, and this 11 is again assigned to this a. Now a will be having the value of 11 now. Now that we are going to print here. So this is declaration of a function with some arguments over here, that is actual and formal parameters, and we have also used return statement. So this is how we declare the function, and this is a total 11 that we have given in the printf statement. This is how this function works. So we have seen the declaration of function with arguments and with return value, and with argument without return value. So let us see a small query. Okay, so how many times this program will print this particular letter? So these are the options. Just analyze this program, students. So let us see the answer. Okay, so answer is D, students. Um, so why it is so? Because you see here in the main we are printing this, and again in the main we are calling. So function is called within another function. This is a recursive function, and we have not used any loop over here. That means the function will be repeated again and again. This function will be going on executing the print without any stop to this particular loop. So it will do until the memory is full or until stack is overflow, because there is no restriction to the number of times. We have not used any loop here. So the answer is T. If your answer is correct, go to the next slide. Otherwise, go through the video once again. Yeah, lecture outcome revisited. After completing the discussion, you will be able to develop programs using different types of function declarations. And this is a sample lecture level question, students. Develop a program to count the number of vowels and consonants in a program using functions. You can use functions with arguments and no written value, and also a function with arguments and with written value. So you can try with different types of functions to execute this program. Thank you.